this quick video guide, we're going to see how we can create a PBR material. We're going to use Blender as a 3D software, but you can use your own software in a similar way. And we're going to use free PBR websites textures. So we're going to look for free PBR download in Google or any other search engine. And we can find here the texture needed to create physically based render materials. This is what PBR stands for, and we can click on the first link here. The beauty of this is that we have a lot of free materials, free textures we can use to create shaders, materials, etc., etc. And we can again download them. We don't need to register. We don't need to log in, log and create an account, and we can use these textures to create materials and shaders in 3D Studio, Cinema 4D, Maya, and many more. So these are just textures. So these are not giving the materials, just the texture to create the materials. I'm gonna do also an example in Blender on how to create the material once you downloaded the textures. So in the website, you have categories here on the right. So for example, we can get into the floors, and you have wooden floors, stone and tiling and tiles, etc., etc. So for this example, I want to use this laminate flooring brown PBR material. You can use whatever you want. And here you can see that we have some description of what we're going to find. So we're going to find textures, 2K pixels, resolution, and then we can use this in Unity, Unreal Engine, Blender, Maya, and many more. And you will find also this software in the channel. You will find videos about this. And here we have options. We have Unity, UE, and BL, which I guess is going to be like Blender and Unity and others. But anyway, the package is I think the same. So we can choose a folder when you were to save the zip file. You can save it, and once it's saved, you can just extract it and see the content. So if I'm gonna go here where I saved the zipped folder, then I'm gonna right click and I'm going to find the extract option and click and then extract. So now I have the extracted folder and I can access the various textures. So you can see we have a base textures, which is the most important, the one with the color. And then we have black and white texture. Usually they are used for ambient occlusion, roughness, height map, metallic effects. This purple one is the normal, and this gray one is usually the roughness. So the three most important ones are the diffuse, the normal, and the roughness. These, at least these three, to create a nice and realistic material. So it depends then on the software you're using. Now we're going to use these three for this example. So if I'm using Unity, for example, I can go directly and download the package for Unity, but as I will show you, it will be really similar to the other ones. So I don't think there are so many difference between one package and the other, but you can try to download also the others and see which one looks the better way. So I'm going to extract also this other package, and you can see that inside we have same things. Well, we don't have the roughness in here. Instead, we have a PSD file we can open up with Photoshop, and probably there's gonna be something there, but we can create our own roughness, etc. If you use Photoshop or other graphic design application. Again, you'll find those in the channel as courses and video guides. So once we finished here downloading the materials, or better, the textures, let's go into Blender. I'm gonna go in the shading mode or in the shader editor down here, and I'm gonna work with the material, which right now is a plain white material. The color is plain white. I'm sorry this is in Italian, but it's really easy, and also you can check the guides in English and the course in English if you want. So you click and drag outside the yellow circle, search for image texture in here, and that's gonna create a new slot for you to insert the texture. So that's the texture image or image texture. Open up with the button, search for the texture you want to apply in the base channel, which is the diffuse channel. So I'm gonna navigate into the extracted folder that I have so downloaded and extracted, and I'm gonna select the base or diffuse map, which is this color map. And there you can already see it in the 3D viewer. So Now we can add the others. Now another way is to click and select the various textures and then click and drag and drop them directly in the space, so all at once. And then we make the correct connections with the links. So you can see the yellow dot in the panel here. It needs to be connected with the corresponding channel in the node here of the material. So the roughness goes into the roughness, metallic goes into metallic. You can already tell the difference here in the reflections. The normal needs an extra node. So let me show you here. I'm gonna use only these three. So base, roughness, and normal. For the normal, you click and drag. You can see it has a purple color. Click and drag outside. Look for the normal map. So normal, and you select the normal map. And then you link the color into the yellow color circle. And also it's too strong right now, so we want to decrease the strength. So let's put like 0.1 or 0.2, nothing too strong, and that should do the trick. You should have now your nice PBR material right away in Blender with really few steps, quick, simple, and free. Now I'm gonna resize the box, so I want to create like a pavement. And look what happens here. We need to do a little bit of mapping. We need to map a little bit the material because it's gonna extend like this and it's not gonna be repeated. So we don't really have that feeling of a flooring. So what I'm gonna do is make some room here because I need mapping nodes for my material here in the shader editor in Blender. So, well, unfortunately, I cannot select all of those and create one, but let's see how I can fix it. I'm gonna use the NodeWrangler, which is an add-on that it's also addressed in another video guide. And here I'm gonna click add the mapping or texture setup. So add texture setup for the mapping. And so you have three different mapping. For each single texture, you have a mapping, which is not really needed. Since this has to be synchronized, they have to be working all together with the same mapping. We need to unlink and delete these other nodes we don't really need and just use one. We use one for all the textures because everything is supposed to be synchronized and perfectly overlapping. So now, if you go to edit and go to the preferences, this is where you can search for more extensions or add-ons. So for this one, you need to look for NodeWrangler, and I believe it's internal in Blender. So if you go to the add-ons, you should find it right away without actually downloading it. You can just activate it and deactivate it. So once it's activated, it's right there, and you can use it, and it has like really useful features like this one that you just saw. And then we're gonna increase the scale. So if you increase the scale, you actually increasing the tiling. So basically you are decreasing the scale and increasing the tiling. And that's gonna show the material like with more repetition. And in this case, it's gonna show us a nice flooring. So this will be all for this video guide. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel if you want to stay updated for more. And if you want to support us, thank us, you can join the channel as a supporter and go and check our other video courses and video guides. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.